Ever wondered why a pre-workout coffee seems to supercharge your gym session? Today we're diving headfirst into the invigorating world of caffeine and its effects on your fitness routine. We've got some surprising insights in store for you, including a deep dive into how this common stimulant can enhance your performance and aid recovery. So, whether you're a casual gym goer or a dedicated athlete, you won't want to miss what's coming up. Stick around to discover why that cup of joe might just be your secret weapon. But before we spill the beans, make sure to stick around until the end, where we unveil the ultimate caffeine hack that could change the game for your training sessions. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. To understand its effects, first let's break down what caffeine actually is. Caffeine, my friends, is a natural stimulant most commonly found in tea, coffee, and cacao plants. Now, why do we love it? Because it stimulates the brain and central nervous system, keeping you awake and preventing the onset of tiredness. Think of caffeine as the ultimate party guest. It arrives at the brain and blocks the effects of an inhibitory neurotransmitter called adenosine. With adenosine out of the way, the levels of other neurotransmitters like norepinephrine and dopamine increase, leading to enhanced firing of neurons. This means improved mood, vigilance, reaction time, and overall cognitive function. Where does it come from? Well, in addition to our favorite coffee beans, caffeine is found in over 60 plants, including tea leaves, cola nuts, and cacao pods. So it's not just your morning cup of joe that's keeping you perky. Caffeine wakes you up, but how exactly does it boost your workouts? You've had your coffee, you've hit the gym, here's what's happening. As you start to sweat and your heart begins to race, caffeine is at work, giving your workout a boost. It's not just your imagination. Caffeine, a natural stimulant found in coffee, tea, and even chocolate, can actually enhance your exercise performance in several ways. Firstly, caffeine can increase your mental focus. As any seasoned athlete will tell you, a large part of physical performance is mental. By stimulating your central nervous system, caffeine helps you stay alert and focused during your workout. So, those tricky yoga poses or complex weightlifting techniques, they're a little easier to nail with a shot of caffeine in your system. Secondly, caffeine can delay fatigue, allowing you to exercise for longer periods. Caffeine slows down the release of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that signals fatigue to your body. This means you can push yourself harder, go for that extra mile, or lift that heavier weight. Essentially, caffeine gives you the power to defy your body's natural stop signs. Thirdly, caffeine is known to enhance fat burning. It does so by stimulating your body's fat cells to release fatty acids into your bloodstream. As you exercise, your body burns these fatty acids for energy instead of carbohydrates. This process, known as fat oxidation, can help you shed those stubborn pounds. But remember, the effects of caffeine on exercise performance can vary from person to person. Factors such as your overall health, your caffeine tolerance, and even your genetics can influence how your body responds to caffeine during a workout. Furthermore, it's worth noting that while caffeine can boost your performance, it's not a substitute for a balanced diet and regular training. Think of it as an extra tool in your fitness arsenal, not the sole strategy for achieving your fitness goals. But it's not all about performance. Can caffeine also aid in recovery? Stay tuned. Up next, we look into this exciting aspect. You've smashed your workout, but the battle isn't over yet. Now let's shift gears and focus on the role of caffeine in post-workout recovery. When you're pushing your body to the limit, muscle soreness is a common side effect. It's your body's way of saying, hey, you've worked me hard, and now it's time to repair and rebuild. And this is where caffeine can lend a helping hand. Studies suggest that caffeine may reduce muscle soreness. It appears to block the body's receptors for adenosine, a substance that promotes pain. So, downing a cup of java after a punishing workout might just help ease those achy muscles. But it's not just about pain management. Recovery is also about replenishing your energy stores, and again, caffeine comes to the rescue. Glycogen, the body's primary fuel source during exercise, gets depleted during a workout. Caffeine has been shown to accelerate the replenishment of glycogen, getting you ready for your next session faster. So it seems that our beloved caffeine not only helps us power through our workout, but also aids in our recovery. It's like a loyal comrade, standing by us before, during, and after the battle. But as with any good thing, there are potential drawbacks to consider. So, we've seen the benefits, but are there any downsides to consider? Just like with anything, there's also a downside to our caffeine companion. While caffeine can be an effective partner in our wellness quest, it's crucial to be aware of the potential drawbacks. Let's delve into it. First and foremost, sleep disturbances. As we're all aware, caffeine is a stimulant. It keeps us awake and vigilant. However, when consumed too close to sleep time, it may tamper with our sleep cycles. A sound sleep is as vital as an excellent workout. It's the time when our bodies regenerate and develop the muscles we've strained. Thus, if caffeine is robbing you of your valuable sleep, you might want to rethink that late-day latte. Next up, dependency issues. Caffeine can be mildly habit-forming. Over time, our bodies might develop a dependence on it. You may find yourself requiring increasingly more caffeine to achieve the same effects. And what are the consequences of reducing intake? Headaches, lethargy, irritability. Certainly not the ideal components for superb workout. Lastly, dehydration. It's a well-known fact. Caffeine can cause dehydration. But here's the twist. Even though caffeine is a diuretic, meaning it makes us lose more fluid, it's unlikely to cause dehydration if you're maintaining adequate fluid intake throughout the day. However, if caffeinated beverages are your go-to source for hydration, you might be inviting problems. So, we've traversed from the invigorating effects of caffeine to its potential drawbacks. It's apparent that, like most things in life, balance is vital. Pay attention to your timing and overall consumption. And never forget, while caffeine can boost performance, it's not a wonder drug. You still need to put in the effort. We've explored both aspects of the matter. So, what's the final judgment? So, is it a yay or a nay to caffeine before workouts? This is the question we've been building up to, and it's time to weigh the pros and cons we've discussed in this video. On the plus side, caffeine can give you that extra boost of energy, sharpen your focus, and enhance your performance. It's like a power-up in a video game, giving you that extra edge to push harder, run faster, and lift heavier. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Consuming too much caffeine can lead to jitteriness, insomnia, and an increased heart rate. It's like a double-edged sword. While the sharp edge can cut through your fatigue, the other edge can potentially harm your health. So, should you take caffeine before workouts? Well, it's not a simple yes or no answer. It depends on multiple factors, such as your tolerance level, the intensity of your workout, and your overall health condition. Here's a rule of thumb. Moderation is key. If you decide to incorporate caffeine into your workout routine, start with a small dose and see how your body responds. Listen to your body. It knows best. Remember, caffeine is not a substitute for a well-balanced diet, adequate sleep, and regular exercise. It's merely a tool that can potentially enhance your performance. There you have it, the power of caffeine. Use it wisely. Before we wrap up, remember, everyone's body responds differently. It's like an orchestra, with each instrument playing its own unique part. Your body is your instrument, and only you can determine what sounds, or in this case, feels right. So, as we've journeyed through the world of caffeine and its impact on your workouts, it's important to remember that not all bodies will react the same way. Some of us might hit that new personal best after a cup of joe, while others might feel jittery and unfocused. The key is to listen to your body, respect its limits, and adjust accordingly. Consider this. You're the conductor of your own health symphony. Your baton, a steaming cup of coffee, or perhaps a pre-workout supplement. So take the time to experiment, to play around with your caffeine intake. Maybe that means a cappuccino before a morning run, or a shot of espresso before lifting weights. But let's not forget our responsibility to our bodies. Like any stimulant, caffeine should be consumed in moderation. Overdoing it can lead to sleep disturbances, anxiety, and other health issues. So let's respect our bodies, our temples, and consume responsibly. Remember, you are the master of your own symphony. Let's make it a masterpiece. But wait, there's more. What if I told you there's a secret weapon in the caffeine arsenal that could take your workouts to the next level? Introducing the ultimate caffeine hack, caffeine cycling. By strategically cycling your caffeine intake, you can prevent tolerance buildup, maximize its effectiveness, and avoid those dreaded energy crashes. It's simple. Cycle between high and low caffeine days, or take periodic breaks from caffeine altogether to reset your tolerance. Not only will this keep your workouts feeling fresh, but it'll also ensure that caffeine remains your faithful ally, not your frenemy. So there you have it, folks. The caffeine conundrum decoded. With the right approach, caffeine can be a powerful tool in your fitness arsenal, helping you crush your workouts and reach new heights. But remember, moderation is key, and knowledge is power. Now go forth, armed with the caffeine wisdom, and conquer those gains like a boss. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You can find links to some of our other videos in the description. Thanks again for watching.